Ballad of the Old Man. Angels, life, love, not occurring act, inability, do not overcome. The world of angels, the world of salvation. An indescribable feeling fulfilled him. He was situated in a landscape, flooded with light, on the edge of a slope, on the left a large mighty tree, on the right a small one. In the distance a soft hill, wafts of mist. This indescribable light, everything seemed so familiar to him. A soft sound fulfilled the air, a never known and experienced softness, tenderness overcame him. Grass seed danced in the golden light, and it was to him as if he would hear the voice of an angel, a sound like he had perceived never before. It was the loveliness perceived which his ear, his mind inspirited. He looked at the stems, bright golden, softly swaying, laid his head in her lap and closed his eyes. A wondrous calm, an indescribable feeling of security began to fulfill him. A warmth let him shudder, a barely to heard pounding. Or it's two. He opened his eyes and realized to his astonishment that he was still in this place, that he lay under the mighty, wide expanding branches of the tree. The golden seed fulfilled the air, the warmth of the sun let him dance, softly swaying. All anxiety, all insecurity, all the shameful that he ever had felt, had fulfilled him, was forgotten, not in this world. He saw a rose who opens up, forgot his name and discovered his soul. In this world he had one. And he felt that he should be in this world, that this world was the place of which his yearning always had told, the world in which he always had travelled when his eyes had closed themselves, the world in which he had seen an angel with black curls, the world. How long had he been waiting to see her once, to become a part of her? And all the time it was to him as if he would hear children in ludic innocence. May I can stay? The old man asked, full of happiness and ineffably anxious. Unfortunately, our journey has just begun, and also I can only be here for a short moment. Only angels are allowed to stay forever, and I wasn't allowed to be one. The little girl took him by the hand and led him away from this place. A terrible pain fulfilled him. Please. He looked at the little girl imploringly. I'm sorry, so endlessly sorry. Give heaven a try, be young and be wild, be free and alive, baby. Give heaven a try, be young and be wild, just feel alive. It's just you and the sun, it's just you and the sun now, baby. I get so damn tired, you set my soul on fire. Ignite me, inspired, make me higher and higher. Ballad of the Old Man. Monsters, murder, hate, destructive act, fate do not accept. The world of monsters, the world of sin. An indescribable feeling fulfilled him. He looked at the world that was presented him, the skyscrapers crowded together, and the sea of the small houses around. He stood on a soft hill. The night sets in late. Some stars were to be seen. Crickets chirped. For a moment he had the feeling that this could be paradise. However, then the city revealed his secret to him. Only from afar he was beautiful. He set foot in him, strut through the entrance to hell. He saw the humans, their travails, their desperateness, their disappointment, their suffering. Palm trees swayed like willows at a river that he had almost forgotten, just as that he almost had forgotten many things, wanted to forget. And the anxiety, the insecurity, the to be ashamed, everything descended upon him. Ineffable suffering, ineffable greed, ineffable disappointment, ineffable lechery. How could someone live in this world? How could someone be in this world? Insanity took hold of him, mangled his mind like wrecked flesh. A smell of disgustingness spread out. Panic came up in him. Panic like it came over him from time to time when the eyes began to close themselves but were not yet closed. It was not a panic per se, it was the feeling to be at the mercy of him, defenseless like a little girl. And then it slew him. We are back in my world. The old man was appalled. I know, the little girl replied. I know, but this is the world of monsters. You just only cannot yet see the difference. And how I do succeed to see the difference? The old man asked insecurely, insecure whether he should ask. You always could do it. Always it was possible for you. Always you had the ability to add thereto. Not for blessing, only for curse. Shall I ask? Don't do it, the seeker says in a calm tone. You don't need to ask, the little girl says in a calm tone. The old man closed his eyes and betook alone on a journey in which space and time no longer being an issue, since there was no alternation, no transition anymore, no matter where he went in space and time. Everywhere he heard the tolling of the bells, everywhere he heard the squalls. In the world of the monsters, in his world, destruction, hate and murder, the monsters wallowed therein. In his world, the world of monsters. I don't want this, the old man cried desperately. The little girl had tears in her eyes. I didn't want it too, but they were stronger. The old man broke down, lay weeping on the ground and yelled, and life imitated art. So I'm going back to Santa Monica, New York to LA. Never coming back, boy, no matter what you do or say, 'cause I'm so afraid. And I've had it up to here with the panic and the fear. There's nothing in your heart. Thought that I could make you change. But I'm so afraid. But it's not love that keeps me here. Ballad of the Old Man. Gods, suicide, brokenness, creative act, salvation, do not find. The world of gods, the world of innocence, an indescribable feeling fulfilled him. He saw the flicker, heard the hum, the bleakness slew him. He looked around in his world, which was so totally different, like as he would have anticipated of the world of the gods. He was looking for foothold, but he did not find it. He felt like a big beetle on a glass panel. Howsoever he was struggling, he could not find a foothold. Skidded deeper and deeper. Where to? He was amazed. Didn't he has opened his eyes wide? Didn't he see? Wasn't his mind broad awake? Confusion spreads out. There were the gods. There was the created. There was the redemption. There should he be God. Here he wanted to be God. Here he should be God. God in the artistic act. So he had written it. He tried to think straight. So much he had looked forward to this world. So much he held out hope. So often he had tried to become a god. Now he was in the world of the gods. There were the gods. There was the divine creative work. There was the redemption. I'd hoped, said the old man in his confusion. Whereupon asked the little girl, as if she wouldn't know the answer, onto the 3 white pigeons, the 2 white lambs, and the supernal white unicorn. The old man said this, suddenly knowing that there were no unicorns, suddenly knowing that the little girl knew the answer already long ago. He closed the eyes. Max Ernst. Like in his pictures, a world, an intoxication. Structures were lost. The colors dissolved them. He dived into the world of images, became one with her. And then he saw them, the pigeons, the lambs, and the unicorns. And then he saw a gorgeous woman, a gorgeous artist. She smiled at him with an indescribably tender smile, even much more tender than Cole had received it, and in grace and elegance not too surpassing movement, she revealed him the reddest apple which it ever would give. He bends his head towards the mellifluous hand and bit in indescribable lust into it. Then he opened his eyes again. I only see monsters and angels, no gods, he said in a gentle tone. Because you can see now finally, the little girl replied. Then he realized that the gods created not anything, they destroyed only. They were the monsters. And then he realized that only the goddesses created, gave birth to. They were the angels. And when I look into a mirror, asked the old man. The little girl had tears in her eyes. One ran down her cheek. Gently she shook her head. That doesn't matter, said the old man. I've always felt it, suspected, feared. Now I know it definitely. But you not have to be afraid of me. The old man kneeled down in front of the little girl, leaned forward, and put his head upon her heart, upon the little, pure heart of the little girl, that so gladly would have been an angel. She would always be there for him, her tender waves. I may am a monster, own a dark heart, but at least I could understand the angels a bit when they speak to me. And the endless ocean, her I've understood now also. The old man stood up to walk the rest of the way alone. If you love me hardcore, then don't walk away. It's a Game Boy I don't wanna play. I just wanna be yours, like I always say, never let me go. Send me to the stars, tell me when I get there, kid. I can be your Nancy, you can be my Sid. Be my Sid. Ballad of the Old Man. Do not overcome inability. Do not accept fate. Do not find salvation. Able to hate. Able to murder. Able to hate oneself. Now he had overcome his inability, accepted his fate, found the salvation, to become God in the creation of destruction, the destruction of himself. God and monster became one, life was overcome, to become one with the horse. Peach, plum, pear. Ballad of the Old Man. Not he should be in this world. Straight away it should have ended. Once the endless ocean requested him to come, because in this world he could only be a monster, no angel. Now, finally he had understood. In the endless ocean head back he will, that he knew now. To the place, head back where he came from. The place rediscover where he once found a feeling of security. The place where it gave no time, only warmth and the beating of a pure heart. Maybe also it's two. Now I know at least who I am, the last girl on earth. Bad Friedrichsthal, September the 5th, 2015. Now it became yet still almost 7 months. 7 months. Thank you for listening.